It's called the LCH, the Light Combat Helicopter, and once it is inducted into the Indian Air Force in just the next couple of days, it's going to be an incredible force multiplier as far as the IAF is concerned. And here's why. The Light Combat Helicopter is entirely indigenous. It is an attack helicopter, and it has been developed for a wide variety of purposes. It can knock out enemy tanks in the Thar desert, it can hit fortified positions, and it can also be used in extremely high altitude areas, for example in Ladakh. It's been tested in fact extensively in Ladakh as well. In fact, it is widely believed that there is no other attack helicopter of its class anywhere in the world which has its performance ability in terms of high altitude operations. It's been under development now for several years, and it involves an Indian design, several Indian systems, along with integration with key Western systems as well, whether they are Israeli sensors, for example, or anti-tank rockets which have been involved, or even air-to-air missiles, but there is always an indigenous option which is being looked at to supplement these and ultimately replace them as well. The Indian Air Force at the moment operates just a couple of different types of attack helicopters. They've got the old Mi-35 helicopters from Russia which have done service for well more than 20 years. Those need to be replaced. There is the recently acquired AH-64E Apache attack helicopter from the United States. Now that is considered the most advanced attack helicopter that India presently operates. The Light Combat Helicopter in fact is somewhat smaller but perhaps more nimble, and it will supplement not just the Apache and the Mi-35 but also the Rudra attack helicopter, which is used also by the Indian Army. The Rudra is based on the design of another indigenous helicopter, the Dhruv, but this, the LCH which we are talking about at this stage, is actually more or less a bottom-up design, a design where Indian manufacturers, Indian designers at Hindustan Aeronautics have tried from essentially scratch to use some of the best technologies and design efforts in the Dhruv helicopter to make it a far more streamlined design, something which is more resistant to potential attack as well, so that it can work very well in areas which are heavily fortified. Attack helicopters have an incredible role in future wars, and the Light Combat Helicopter has a huge role to play in the Indian Air Force.
Target is a convoy of tanks and trucks. 20 vehicles, east to west. 20 vehicles, copy. Weapons hot! Weapons hot! Fire! Target destroyed. Returning home.